Hi, my name's Bob Govan, and I'm a certified financial planner and a chartered life underwriter. I started in this profession almost 30 years ago now. Over the years, I've run across many different situations, but the one I would like to speak to you about today is likely the most important thing you will hear today. You need a will. Of all the advice I can give you, nothing will impact the lives of those you love more. Many delay getting a will because they feel they're too young or they don't want to think about dying. If you have anyone who loves you or any kind of asset, you will need a will. I'll share one example of what happens if you die intestate, which means without a will. This will show you why it is so important. Your spouse passes away. You're grieving and trying to cope with the loss. After a week or two, you realize their car is still in the driveway. They died without a will. But you assume that if your spouse dies, all the assets go to you. Wrong. The Ontario courts decide what happens to your estate. Here's the process direct from the MTO website to get that car that you both drove and likely both paid for transferred into your name, because most cars are just in one person's name. It's pretty straightforward, unless you don't have a will. The last paragraph. If the deceased does not have a will, the executor must prove the recipient of the vehicle is entitled to it. You can get a letter of opinion drafted by your lawyer and present it to the Ministry of Transportation. But wait, you don't even have an executor because you don't have a will naming your executor. The courts decide that. And we all know how the courts are dealing with these sort of things. It's going to take ages. So months go by and finally an executor is named. Until that point, no one can drive that car. It is improperly registered because the deceased passed away. You can't get valid insurance on it. You can't sell or donate it because you don't even own it. You have to come to terms with the loss of your spouse. You haven't had a car to drive for several months, and you have to pay a lawyer to provide an opinion that you should inherit your car. This actually happens. Here's a CBC article on this happening to a woman in Ottawa. Please, if we can convince even one person to get a will prepared, we'll feel we have done our job with this video. And if you did get a will prepared because of this video, please send me an email and let me know. I would really like to know. You need a will, not for you, but for those you love.